I just strongly reject Dalton McGuinty's affirmative action program for foreign workers. I mean, basically, Dalton McGuinty wants to pay companies $10,000 to hire foreign workers while we have 500,000 people in Ontario today who are looking for jobs. I mean, unemployed Ontarians know where they stand with Dalton McGuinty. He's going to pay companies $10,000 to hire anybody but you. I think that's wrong, and I think it shows a premier who is just out of touch.
That was Tim Hudak responding to this front page of the Sun newspapers in Ontario. Anyway, Dalton's disaster. The Ontario election campaign doesn't officially begin until tomorrow, but it's already turned nasty. Christina Blizzard is covering the campaign. She was with the Ontario's Premier Dalton McGuinty this morning. Christina, why don't you like immigrants? You wrote about how this is a bad idea of giving $10,000 to hire a newcomer and nothing to hire people that are unemployed here. Why don't you like immigrants?
Well, you know me, Brian. I'm such a xenophobe. Oh, did I mention I'm an immigrant? I came here years ago, and I have worked every day of my life since I came here. And you know what? When you come to Canada, you used to be told this is a great country, it's a privilege, not a right, and they don't give you $10,000 when you walk in the door. That's the way it used to be, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was having a debate online with this last night from someone whose parents came here and did quite well for themselves without getting handouts, and instead she was arguing, saying, well, this is the way it should be, and this will keep Ontario competitive, and we've got to do this if we're going to attract immigrants. We had 281,000 people come to Canada as landed immigrants last year. The complete total, once you add in the temporary workers, the foreign students, so on, 680,000 people, about half of them settle in Ontario. I don't think we're doing too badly.
No, and McGuinty was asked, you know, this isn't enough, you know, that you're only putting $12 million in this, and you're only, you know, it's only going to be so many immigrants you can help. And he said, well, this is just the start. This is just the start.
This is just the start?
Excuse me? I mean, we have got so many kids, so many hardworking, homegrown kids who put themselves through university, whose parents have paid taxes, the kids are paying taxes. So when one of those goes and applies for a job, and they're applying for a job with someone who just got off the airplane from wherever, and they both go and apply for the job, guess who's going to get it? Because, you know, most companies aren't in business out of patriotism or love of the country. They're in it to make money. So if one applicant comes with a $10,000 subsidy, I don't think you need to ask who's going to get the job.
The reaction from Tim Hudak has been that this is wrong. Dean Del Mastro, who's a federal Conservative MP from Peterborough, where they have 11% unemployment, has come out criticizing this, saying it's wrong. What I'm reading from the Premier is not only what you're telling me about how this is just the start and there's going to be more, but also that if you're opposed to this, essentially you're a racist. That's what the Ontario Liberals appear to be saying. If you don't like this program, it's because you don't like immigrants.
Oh, of course. Isn't that the last refuge of anyone who's completely lost the plot of the argument? No, we're not racists, and no, we're not xenophobes. We're common sense people who, most of us who've worked, and in my case, I came to Canada and was told back then, you know, this is a country where if you work hard, you can do really well for yourself, and that's what people were told when they came here. And the people who are most offended by this, I think, are people like myself who did come here and who did work hard, and who didn't go on welfare, who didn't collect any government benefit, and who now are being told that newcomers have to get a $10,000 subsidy in order to get Canadian experience. Give me a break.
Now, the Progressive Conservatives have already put out an attack ad. I want to play that for you now and get a quick reaction from you. Here's what the ad had to say. Is that going to work? I mean, the ad says it's for foreign workers. You have to have been within Ontario for 5 years. Is that going too hard? Is that going to drive people away from them, or is it going to get people upset at what the Liberals are proposing?
I don't think you can go too hard on this, frankly, Brian. You should. My email has been filling up and filling up all day by people who are completely offended by this. And frankly, I think it's about time the Tories did start to go hard on this. They haven't been able to define themselves as in any way different from the Liberals on most of their policies. I mean, for heaven's sakes, they support all-day kindergarten, which is really just all-day free daycare. You know, finally they've found an issue that they can define themselves with. You know, knock themselves out.
All right, it'll be interesting to see if it sticks. Interesting to see if Tim Hudak sticks with it. Next time we'll have you on. We talked about Hudak last time, McGuinty this time. We'll have to talk to Andrea Horvath, who is rising in the polls next time. Christina Blizzard, thank you.
My pleasure, Brian.